Hello, everybody. Dave Neal here, stand-up comic, host of Bachelor Nation News. I'm on the road. My hair's wet. Linen shirt Dave, daiquiri Dave. We're flying to the Bahamas today, so I'm recording this video a couple hours early. Lots to talk about here. Michelle's opening up. Michelle Young opens up about split from Nayte and reveals what will happen to their $200,000 down payment check. My thought is keep the money. Keep the money. You don't owe anybody anything. Nobody's losing money. The producers didn't have to take out a mortgage to pay you. They had some profits. They gave it to you. But she is speaking on the Ben and Ashley podcast, so we're going to check that out. I'll be back on Sunday. Monday is our big new season. Bachelorette premieres July 11th, 2022. We're going to be doing a pre-episode live stream. That's 4 p.m. West Coast time, 7 p.m. East Coast time, and then after the East Coast, after the West Coast, we'll be live all day long. Make sure to subscribe, hit the like button, and let's get into this conversation here. And stick around. I'm going to play like a 7 or 8 minute long clip. It's Michelle talking about their relationship when they knew things weren't going well and what she plans on doing with the down payment money.
When you intended on stepping back from teaching for a while, was that with the intention of spending more time with Nayte and like living together in some place?
Yeah, I think I would say that I'm very, like, Nayte and I are very independent people. But at that same time, you know, I personally like want to work towards different things, right? We're in two different places. He's in Austin, I'm in Minnesota. Long distance is difficult, but yeah, I think that, you know, having the summer off and being able to step away from teaching, that would have happened regardless of a relationship, regardless of, you know, influencing, whatever we want to call it, just because I really needed to take a breath out of teaching. But would that have resulted in spending more time with Nayte? Yeah. It's naturally, you know?
Yeah.
It's such a weird time too, Michelle, and people wonder about this, but I remember at the end of my relationship with Lauren, people still expected, I mean, we saw it, we read headlines like, hey, you aren't together, or hey, you're not posting together as much, or you're not commenting on the pictures. And so there was a moment in my relationship where, I mean, and this feels so weird now thinking back, but it was like, hey, we need to take a picture together so people stop asking, or we need to film a video of us laughing because we're so happy. And then in the behind the scenes, we're like, hey, we haven't talked to each other in 2 weeks, like really talk to each other.
I can't do that. let me just do that.
Yeah, the faking part kills me. The idea that you could fake it. I mean, but this is it, you know? You kind of have to, it's like a science experiment. You got to start a new relationship and hope that it works out.
Can't do that, you know, because if I'm in a very committed relationship with somebody, and this is no like shade towards anybody, like everyone truly does handle this the best that they can. I feel like, you know, to each their own. No, I'm not a person who I've never really been on social media, period.
Yeah.
And it's something that's still kind of new to me, and being able to like show everybody what I'm doing, what I'm like updates and things like that. And so, yeah, there was never a time for me that I'm like, we need to post this picture so that we can act like this or take this video. You know, with the video, I know that there's like a lot of headlines or whatever about the video where I was talking about the engagement ring and like somebody videoing me and my friend taking it. And everyone's like, we should have known, like, she faked it, this and that. And like, I'm over here sitting like, shit, like, this is why I don't ever respond to the internet, because that did not age well.
Okay, so there was a video taken, if you didn't watch, we covered it, that showed Michelle without her ring on, and she was like, look, the relationship's fine. My friend was borrowing the ring for a minute, and everyone was kind of like, that sounds like a lie. But, you know, hey, you got to do what you got to do. You know, people shouldn't be videotaping others and wondering where their rings are. Everyone has a rough patch. Some relationships survive that, some don't.
Yeah.
Like, that did not age well, but damn, yeah. But no, I really truly believe in reflecting how you feel. And I think that's kind of why I've stepped away from social media, because I've had to take this time to kind of work on myself and find that inner peace. You know, and I'm not good with posting if things aren't okay.
Great photos, by the way.
Again, like what Ben said, if anything, it feels too personal. Don't feel obligated to ask. This is so fresh for you. But do you feel like when you got off the show, you guys felt bliss, happiness that was going to like last a super long time? Or did you have doubts as soon as you guys wrapped the show? Like, was this a breakup that you kind of foresaw, or was this sudden?
I think where I'm like struggling with this piece is it's like, you never know how much to say. You never know how to handle it. You never know how it's going to be taken. But I will say that like, this is not something that I foresaw.
Wow. This is interesting stuff. Now, I love the grace that Michelle is giving towards Nayte, that whenever there's a breakup, there's going to be bitterness. There's going to be someone who's living their best life, and, the battle between who can post a sexier photo after. Look, that's just natural. But Michelle, she's pretty classy. She's not giving into that. And I have to give Nayte credit too. I called Nayte out in a positive way, that the vitriol he was getting, I just did not think it was deserved, just because he's a tall, good-looking man. Our audience base is primarily women, and I can understand that they think he's a player, he's this, he's that. And my only advice was, look, judge Nayte for the inner child, not who you see. So he's a guy who's trying to be loved, trying to fit in with his family, trying to fit in with his friends. Also a guy in his 20s trying to find out who he is. And just because he went on a dating show hoping to find the one doesn't mean it works out in real life. Just because you think you're going to move to Minnesota and it's all going to work out doesn't mean other things get in the way. I got a nice message from people within Nayte's family that they understood that I saw him not as a bad guy or a villain, but as a guy that was trying to figure it out. And I really wish we would give more space to this relationship, because I still believe they're both good people. They just didn't work out. You know what? Better off finding this out now. Relationships, when they end, they suck. Most of us don't have to deal with it in the public sort of format here.
And I'll leave it there.
Yeah.
But they're doing good. They're doing their best.
Final really question around this, because there's no use of continuing to absolutely hammer in someone else's pain on a podcast. But who is there for you right now, Michelle? Like, who's stepped up, been your support system? What kind of advice are they giving you, or what are they doing to help? The reason I ask this is because I'm sure there's other people out there that have gone through breakups and they don't know how to get help. So what have you found to be helpful right now?
Yeah. I have, like I said before, really started to lean on my family and friends, and have had, two of my friends, Tia and Brooke, who I took off to Iceland with on a spontaneous trip to just, disconnect. And my mom, my dad, siblings, and then just, Becca and other bachelorettes reaching out that kind of have been through situations like this. And I feel like I've been able to reach out to different people depending on, kind of what I needed. So like, for example, Becca has been through, a public relationship ending, and, Rachel, Lindsay, and Tasha and Caitlin have all been through this, and they're able to offer certain advice. And then, I have some really close friends who are also able to, really know who I am and really know things that they just get me. They get what hurts. They get my responses to certain things, and they're able to sit there and kind of help me sort through things. And so it's been hard. It's been very emotional, and there's been a lot of waves of things, but to have family and friends who go on those waves with you and are willing to take in those waves with you has been just incredible.
Yeah. Well,
I'd be a bad podcast host if I didn't ask a question on behalf of the fandom, who are very, very curious to know what happened to the down payment for the house. Answer as you'd like.
Now, I hate the fandom for even asking this. It's not our money. The audience, what is she going to do with it? She should give it. It's not our money. Who cares? We're so entitled. Also, it's kind of racist too. I'm sorry, it's kind of racist. What's she gonna do with her money? You don't listen. Okay, you know what I mean? Just shut it. Okay, that's my thought. Let's hear what she has to say. And you know what? And I back that by saying it is racist because people feel like they're entitled to somebody's money. She was on the show. She got a bonus, okay? Now people go, well, the bonus was so she could get a down payment for her house with Nayte. It didn't work out. You never got a bonus from your job and you put in your 2-week notice? Well, give us the bonus back. It's none of your business.
You know, that was money that was gifted to both of us. And I think that's something that, you know, is going to be decided how that's going to be utilized.
My thought is split it in half. You each get $100,000, do your taxes, pay whatever, give a little bit to charity, but take that money.
Going forward, for me personally, you know, I haven't officially decided, but I you know, kind of have started putting some different things in place to give back, you know, to build an organization or, you know, just promote the change that I've been talking about, you know, and I think that would be something that I'd feel really good about.
Yeah, it is. I'm
so proud of you.
All right, so they're all proud of her. Yeah, but look, some of the comments. Look, some of the comments here. Well, she should give it back or give it to someone who truly needs it. Oh, no. This wasn't money for people that truly needed it. It was for Nayte and Michelle. Split it up. Take it. I'm surprised the show didn't want the money back. I'm sorry, but this was a no-brainer. Michelle, okay, $2,000 was a lot as a down payment. Yeah, not where I'm from. Gift or not, the intent was for a house down payment for the two. It should go back. Oh, nothing annoys me more than that. Shut up and just don't worry about their money. All right, let me know what you guys think. More content coming your way. I'll be in the Bahamas by the time you see this, unless something tragic happens, in which case this video will be very, very viral. All right, I'll talk to you guys later. Bye, everybody.